Hey guys, welcome back. Orbom here, and after not having internet for a couple of days, well, more like a couple hours, but it felt like weeks, I come back to find this thing just chilling in my timeline. Magiana, the man-made Pokemon. So, there's a lot to discuss here. Oh yeah, Ali J is here with me because I like to have a discussion buddy in these kind of videos.
You forgot to introduce me.
Well, say hi.
Hello.
There you go. I don't need to introduce you. You're part of the family. All right. So Magiana. First things. What do you notice? Notice a gearhead.
Yeah, gear. So it's.
Looks like
the steel type was already confirmed.
It wasn't confirmed. There's no confirmed typing. It's just man-made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it has a gear on it.
Yeah, it's pretty positive that it's steel. So let's read up about this thing on Cerebi. Let's see. Movie is it's part of the movie. Yada yada. This Pokemon is called Magiana. We'll bring images. First image of Magiana is classified as the man-made Pokemon, which is different.
Yeah.
Is it the first man-made Pokemon? Because this thing was made 500 years ago. Mewtwo wasn't made 500 years ago.
That's
I don't
true.
know if Porygon was made 500 years ago.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not too sure. It was made over 500 years ago. Volcanion is chasing Magiana. Only it knows Magiana's secret. So there's a thing to this Pokemon. It's got a Pokeball body. Let me see if I can pull up Lady Kubu's picture. No, it's not Lady Kubu's picture. We'll talk about that later. Here's Lady Kubu's picture. What is going on? There you go. It's got this thing. Red and blue. People wanted me to talk about that. It's red and blue for whatever reason. First of all, my first thing when looking at it is like GS Ball.
Yeah.
From Johto. That's my very first thought when I look at it.
So weird.
So like, it kind of looks cool. This thing's thick as hell.
Yeah.
It looks like Deontay and Kling went to the bedroom together.
Mixed.
Yeah. Pokeball here. It looks like it can just enter its own Pokeball. Like this bottom thing will close.
If it is its Pokeball?
Yeah, that'd be weird, huh?
That'd be weird, yeah.
It
definitely looks like a Pokeball, though. Maybe
yeah,
it's just
like this can close up and then it can like go inside of its own ball.
That'd be weird.
That's definitely something that I can see. The red and blue, I don't think that references anything. I really don't. People keep telling me that like I don't know. People just tell me, what do you notice about it? It's red and blue, just like Volcanion. I'm like, first of all, let's look up Volcanion. Volcanion's hardly red. This is not the red color.
Shades.
It's definitely not the right color of red and blue. That's number one. And if you don't like Lady Kubu's picture, we'll go back to this. That is not. That's practically pink.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, I don't know if that references anything. Pokemon loves the colors red and blue.
They do.
So, I mean, it means so much to them. Xerneas, Yveltal, XY, Ruby, Sapphire,
Maybe
Red
it's
and
an
Blue
XY
itself.
thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't think it's... Well, we don't think it's 7th gen, right?
I 100% don't think so. But
That's
something I want to talk about completely later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Volcanion. I mean, obviously it has something to do because of the movie. But the whole thing was Volcanion has a super organ. That's a man-made organ, all right? Apparently they both... What's up?
I just want to point out that it looks like it has a third eye. You see that?
Like right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, you're right.
I never noticed that.
I wish they took this part away. The design would make me a lot happier if he didn't have a gear face. But, I mean, whatever. I kind of, talks about the fact that he's a machine or whatever. But anyways, let me go back to Cerebi. Sorry, guys, I'm just flipping through tabs. Okay, the movie summary from the magazine. As Ash and his friends continue their journey, Volcanion drops down from the sky in front of them. Volcanion's object is to recover Meganium, who has been abducted by the Azoth Kingdom, a city of super machinery. However, Volcanion and Ash have become linked together by a strange clan chain. Will each of them manage to work together to save Meganium? So, yeah, apparently Ash and Volcanion are linked together. Volcanion's not the bad guy chasing Meganium. It's trying to save
him.
Meganium.
Yeah. Which means that, like, maybe they're not even related? Maybe...
You know what I think? In my personal opinion, I think that this city of super machinery is where Meganium was made.
Probably.
And where Volcanion's super organ was made. So I don't think they have anything to do with each other directly, but they were both made in the same place or situation. Maybe there's like shit going on in the Azeth Kingdom. Maybe some bad guys took over.
Or they're like just using them for power.
Maybe that. You know? Maybe they're trying to run away.
Yeah.
And he's trying to save his friend Magiana. Maybe Magiana has some. Maybe this like middle Pokeball thing is some sort of power up for Pokemon. Maybe just because it's a Pokeball, it's some sort of power up for Pokemon.
Or they like attach like a wire to it or something, and it like charges things. Right?
Yeah, maybe it charges his super organ. That's another thing that could definitely be a thing. That's where this theory comes into play, where people think that Volcania or Magiana just kind of Magiana just kind of like fits into Volcanion. First of all, I think this is absurd and silly. I do not agree with it whatsoever. So I'm gonna exit out of that tab. Main reason is because let's look back at Volcanion. That thing is huge.
That hump.
That thing is huge.
There's no room.
There's no room for Megania. So there's that. I don't like that theory. I think it's dumb. But it could be right, and I could be the one who's wrong.
And then you'd be dumb.
Yeah, then I'd be the dumb one. It's 1 meter tall, 80 kilograms heavy. It's man-made. Meganium is first revealed, yada yada. It is a man-made Pokemon and possesses a metallic body. Text confirms that it was made by humans' hands. I mean, it could be shaped to be designed after a Deontay. But here's another thing. Typing. What do you think about its typing?
I really want to say Steel Fairy.
That's really big right now. Everyone's saying Fairy because it looks like Deontay.
I think so. I mean, the eyes and like the pink going on there, and then, I mean, it looks like Deontay, so maybe kind of related. Maybe like they base Deontay, like they use that as the base.
The only thing I could say that could make it a fairy is that if they did a whole Mewtwo thing where they made it using like a bit of Deontay or Carbink, or like try to like. Maybe there's a Carbink underneath all this, and they tried to super create a Deontay out of a Carbink.
They definitely have the same eyes.
I think it's just a Steel type. I personally think if it's going to be a legendary Pokemon, I don't think we have a single pure Steel type legend. So,
I mean, Registeel.
Okay, that's one Uber. Really, really good pure Steel type legend. But I think because it's man-made, I just think like it could be Steel Electric, but I don't think it has Fairy or Psychic or anything like that. I just think it's straight Steel or Steel Electric type.
I could see straight Steel, I think.
Yeah. That I don't know, man. I don't know. Looking at it, I just don't like. I can see why people think it's a Fairy type, but I can't see how it could be a Fairy type. Other than like, oh look, Deontay eyes and he's bottom heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I say similarities matter.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think like if they wanted to design this to look less like Deontay, how would they do it? Besides the eye thing. I
mean, I think the eyes are like exactly the same though.
They're not too similar.
Look up a picture.
Let's look up Deontay. Let's look up Deontay right now. Go to images of Deontay. It's full. Yeah, they're not that similar. Let me zoom in here. Yeah, they're not that similar.
Well, they have the darker and then the lighter colored one. Though.
Megania doesn't have that.
Look.
Look, she's.
Okay, go back to it.
Right, let's go back to Megania.
They have,
yeah, they do have that.
It's the same colors too.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man.
I mean, just put a rock, get rid of the gear thing, and then put a little gem in the top of Megania's head, and then that's like...
Yeah, it's too similar to Deontay. It's obnoxiously similar to not have anything to do with it. But I still don't think it's going to be copying the typing. I just think that it was made to model a Deontay.
I don't know. I mean, this is Rock Fairy, right?
Yeah.
So, Rock Fairy, I mean, the only thing that... What makes Deontay look fairy? Pink?
I don't know, dude. You can't really say anything about fairies. Nothing looks like a fairy nowadays. We have Klefki.
I'm just using this thing as an example, though.
Yeah, using this thing as an example, it's pink.
It's pink, and then therefore it's fairy type, and it has rocks. And then you go back to the other one, and it's steel, and it's pink. It has steel and pink.
Well, how much pink does it actually have?
I mean, you
Not
can't
enough.
tell too well.
Not enough
It has
pink.
like a pink.
Where is the
tint.
pink though?
It's like
The
purplish pink.
Yeah, it's more purple than pink.
I mean,
feel
we
like
can't tell too well from the picture.
I feel like you're trying to see pink.
Okay, I kind of am, but I'm also seeing the pink in the eyes and stuff.
Yeah, the only pink I see is the eyes. Like this is too purple, and it's clearly purple here, like darkish gray purpley. Like I don't see any pink whatsoever.
I think it's like pinkish.
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell with fairy typing. Like think about all the fairy types. They're all stupid pink, except for a handful like Klefki and Azumarill and things like that.
Yeah.
Like fairy types don't make sense as
They
far as
don't.
like imagery goes. So this could very, very well be a fairy type. So I'm just gonna stick on my theory about it being pure steel, and we'll see how that runs. Another thing, we wanted to talk about what gen we think of this Pokemon. So we both think it's Gen 6.
Yes.
All right. I can see this is the teaser that they made for Deontay. They had like a Pikachu chilling out. This is Jay Wiss's video, by the way, guys. Shout outs to that badass. This is like their little nod to it. Pikachu is playing with like a machine area. Now, what do you notice just off the screen, like this exact picture right here?
Literally nothing. I just
Really?
noticed Pikachu playing with machines.
Here's something that somebody threw out to me the other day that was actually kind of interesting. Look at this. VII. Roman numerals for 7.
Oh, like if it's zoomed out and it's 7?
Yeah, this looks like the Roman numerals for 7.
I think that's a stretch.
I think it's a super stretch. But you never know with Pokemon. All right? Now, here's where here's where my theory comes into play. That's super different than what like most people think. I think one other person has this theory. But I was actually thinking about this while I was at work, and I was just like, that's crazy. I bet this is what it is. So, Southern Kalos. Let's see if I can pull up a video of Kalos, or like pictures of Kalos region. Kalos region. You know the story about Volcanion, right? How like he flattens mountains and things like that.
Yeah.
Volcanion is like he flattens mountains. He created the whole steam area in Sinnoh that you have to defog.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know about that, go watch Tyranitar Tube's video. He has a whole video about Volcanion and where it came from. That's very, very accurate. Now let's look at this image of the Kalos region. Alright, I would like a full image, but that's fine.
Just right click and open it.
No, I'll just do this, I guess. Shoutouts to Bulbapedia, shoutouts to Cerebi. Now here's something that's interesting. Kalos is pretty big, all right? But playing X and Y, and I say this all the time. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I have this thing that I do. It's unpopular Pokemon opinions. People keep telling me to do a series about that because I have some opinions about Pokemon and theories about Pokemon that nobody really wants to hear because it's not the popular, it's not the normal one, but it's how I really feel about it. XY wasn't that great to me. The games were revolutionary. They felt different, but whenever I saw the 3D, like the new art behind X and Y, I was really disappointed when I played it because everything still felt more linear than ever. Like, I felt no freedom in playing that game, even though it looked like it should be a lot more open.
I thought it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I know what you mean. It was just like the same thing. You still had a linear storyline, nothing happening.
Exactly. It felt short. That's a huge one, too. It was not a long Pokemon game. It felt unfinished. Like, there was, like, when you beat the game, that felt like there was so much more you could have done, you know?
I guess I can see that. I personally liked it.
I loved it. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love X and Y. I love Pokemon. It felt a lot emptier than me. Especially recently, where I've been going back and playing other games for like Nuzlocke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just feels a lot shorter and emptier. Like I don't feel like I've completed anything. Like beating Lysander was the weirdest feeling for me, because I didn't feel like I was in this crazy secret base and I was going. It just felt like an awkward puzzle, and then like all of a sudden, oh shit! I didn't even know I'd be all the way at Xerneas and or Yveltal at this point in my game. And then you fight Lysander, who has a Mega Gyarados. You're like, okay, that came out of nowhere. The whole game felt rushed and short to me. And here's my personal opinion on it. I feel like Kalos is going to do something completely different for their new games, and it's not gonna be like X, Y, and then X, Z, Y, Z, or Z, or anything like that, where it's just like, oh, it's a slightly bigger game. I feel like these next games are going to be a huge continuation in the Kalos region. Volcanion, the crusher of mountains. There's a whole southern part of Kalos that we have not seen.
Because it's mountains?
Mm-hmm. There's a whole southern part of France that we have not seen at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Pokemon, the Kalos Dex only has about 70 Pokemon, I think, not counting Megas.
That's true.
I feel like instead of getting, a couple more legendaries, we're going to get like straight 30 or 40 brand new Pokemon that are part of the southern Kalos region. A generation 6.5, if you will.
Yeah.
All right? Which is where, like, if you want to go back to this screen, I'm seeing this 6.1. I'm personally seeing 6.1 as in a continuation of Generation 6. A bunch of new Pokemon that aren't... I mean, Magiana, it can't be in Gen 6. Not in the Gen 6 we know. The hackers have done everything. They've seen and done everything. Like, we already know every Pokemon that was in that game before they even came out. So in order... And that's how Pokemon works. You have to have the base form of each Pokemon in your game to release them later. That's just how the games work itself. Yeah. And that's how the hackers got the Pokemon. Which means Magiana does not exist in these games. Which means it probably only exists in either Gen 7 or the new games as a continuation for Pokemon. Like, it will not exist in Kalos. It will not exist in Oras. It has to exist in these newer games. Yeah. And then we might get a patch so that you could trade them over or something like that. But I highly doubt it. I think there's going to be a bunch of brand new Pokemon coming into this new game. Like a solid 30 or 40 new Pokemon. Not counting Megas.
That'd make me happy.
That would make me so happy. Oh, sorry for the Skype stuff, guys. Let me do that real quick. Yes. I don't know, man. I just want more. I want more Generation 6. People really want Gen 7. I just want Generation 6 to feel finished to me. It just doesn't feel finished to me. I feel like I don't know. I'm really excited about this. I get really hyped when it comes to this new Pokemon stuff. So Magiana, I personally think it's a pure steel type, bringing in a new direction Pokemon is going to take. Not another, because this is the 20th anniversary too. You have to think about it like that. Like, Pokemon's not gonna go like, oh, new generation. Oh, that's done. That's been done 6 times. Like, they've done actually 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 times. They've done that enough. Yeah. That's not gonna be their huge news for Pokemon for the 20th anniversary. I think it's just gonna be more Kalos. Congratulations.
That'd be interesting. I like the mountain idea.
Yeah, I really want it, dude. I don't know. Kalos is beautiful. If anything, that game was very visually appealing.
That's true.
It's very bright and fun and colorful. What else? Do we have anything else to talk about Magiana?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Pure steel type. In my opinion, feel like it's a continuation of Generation 6. What it has to do with Volcanion, maybe like a battery pack.
Battery packs or friends.
Yeah, maybe it like... Oh, well, apparently this Magiana itself has a secret. What do you think about that?
It has its secret?
Yeah, because only Volcanion knows its secret.
Oh.
It says that somewhere. However, Volcanion drops down and sky from the Volcanion to recover Magiana, who has been abducted by his blah 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 blah. However, Volcanion Ash has become... Where does it say that? It said that somewhere. Yeah, it said it somewhere. I know it did.
What if there's like a new type of Pokeball?
Maybe. Let me see. Hold on. I'm reading, guys. Where did it say it? Did it say it over here?
You know what I'm kind of thinking?
What was it?
So, like, let's assume that Magiana, like, can go into itself and make its own Pokeball. Mm-hmm. That'd make for a good toy.
Oh, there's footage here. Oh, that's a trailer for the movie. Oh, there was a new poster that was released somewhere. I wanted to see if I could find it. I saw it on Twitter yesterday. Let's go to Cerebi. Let's see what we got here. Here it is. Oh, this isn't a touchscreen. I forgot. This thing.
Oh, that thing.
First of all, this kind of looks cool. There's a lot of like shiny Pokemon here. Look at that Magiana
Whoa,
in the middle.
the center is shining.
Yeah, we got shiny Mega Gardevoir, shiny Mega Gengar, Alakazam, Ash's Greninja. Volcanion's huge, dude.
I think that's just for poster purposes.
Maybe, but that's a big ass Pokemon. At least in the anime. Look at that. It just feels like this opens.
Maybe it has to do something with her chest being the secret or whatever. It's definitely glowing right there.
Yeah, there's definitely something there.
Maybe a new attack.
Maybe it has. Oh, it does have 2 colors. Maybe it's like 2 forms.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe it has like
2 more forms.
Yeah, maybe
like an X form and a Y form.
Yeah, but I don't think it has anything to do with Pokemon. I feel like it's an attack, maybe.
Maybe.
Or like an ability. I don't know. Like it has 2 forms. I mean, it has 2 colors. Maybe if it was all red, it would be offensive, and if it was all blue, it would be defensive.
Oh, that's true.
Because it can go into its ball, nobody can touch it, or it can like open up, and all of a sudden, like 1.5 million Pokemon come out and attack for her, and she just chills. I don't know, guys. What is y'all's opinions? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share. Thank you for joining me in this random theory video. I don't know. I'm not a theorist, guys. I play Pokemon. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Let me know about anything about what we talked about and how you feel like is right or wrong. I want to hear your guys' discussions about it. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Want to say bye?
Bye.